fish got off, and I was reeling in, and he grabbed it. Hey, there he is, jumping. This thing is just nuts.
The Great Lakes are comprised of a good portion of the world's fresh water. These inland seas unquestionably host some of the finest freshwater fishing on the planet.
Hard to make a decision.
Dick and I have had the great fortune to fish all of the Great Lakes, all 5 of them, and I personally believe that the trout and salmon in these waters are the most lure selective I've ever seen.
You know, people who fish the Great Lakes a lot have literally boxes and boxes of lures of different types, colors, and actions. And there's a good reason for that. These fish are so selective that if you don't have numbers of lures, maybe 4 to 8 maybe, of the same color, size, and action, you're not going to catch as many fish. Oh, there, look at there, Ronald. There's a swirl right there, right there. I think we're going to go right over him with that high line right there.
Both the trout and salmon of the Great Lakes suspend. A variety of different factors dictate where the fish could be in the water column. Water temperature, season, available food, and wind all come into play.
You got 3 basic delivery methods when you're using plugs, rapalas in particular. Side planers are a good way to get the lure out and away from the boat. You simply let out your line, attach it to the planer, let the planer fly out to the side, anywhere 50, maybe even 80 feet, keep you off to the side of the boat's wake. Diving planes work great for getting your bait down into that mid-range, say 25 to 45 feet. There's several different types. I personally like the dipsy diver, which not only goes down to that depth, but gets you out to the side as well. Downriggers are your best option for getting the bait down really deep. Say if you're in 50, 80, 100 feet of water, you let out your line, attach it to the release on the downrigger, let it down to whatever depth you want, and it'll keep tracking at that depth, right in the fish zone.
We're covering a depth spectrum here. This flat line out here is right under the surface. It's way out about 125 feet. I've got this dipsy kicked off to the side, and that's running around 20 feet. I've got this downrigger over here. She's a little deeper. She's running around 30, and I've got one line up here that's running around 12. This way, we're covering the entire water column.
You know, the easiest way to check the action of these baits is just drop them in the water right alongside the boat and run them in the water and watch how much they wiggle. Now, right now, I'd say that bait's wiggling pretty good, but you'll get better action if you speed the boat up. Ronald, give me a little speed here.
All right.
Yeah, there. Now, see how that thing starts to veer back and forth? That's the action you want right there. That's what drives those salmon nuts.
The Tail Dancer has generated some fantastic stories from all regions of the world. Initially thought of as a walleye bait, the Tail Dancer has shown its mettle in bass, trout, and salmon fisheries. Rapala designers spent a lot of time figuring out how to make this banana-style balsa lure swim in its pronounced wide-tail wobble without sacrificing that classic Rapala action. Then, they concocted a way to incorporate an internal rattle that doesn't impede but improves the action of this incredible bait. Black nickel cone-cut hooks ensure solid hooking no matter what species you're after.
Just going.
I gotta clear the line here.
Look at that run. That thing is just nuts.
Hold on there, Sternberg, I'm coming. Where are you?
Getting my way now. No.
Where are you?
I'm right out in front of their boat. This fish is a long ways out there. Can you believe that run? I mean, that thing's got to have 200 yards of line out there.
How we doing there, Richard?
Yeah, I'm getting some line back on him now.
All right. What color was that on, Dick?
I think it was
The greenies?
I switched these rods around once. I think I might have put the silver out there on that side. I'm playing around with these different colors, trying to find out what they want. Make another lap around the boat here. There he is.
All right, she's a beauty.
Yeah, it is a silver. All right.
All right.
Got him?
Got him.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, look at the size of that thing.
a beast.
Jeez.
Get that out of there.
Okay, let's get him out. Let's get him off of here, and we'll get some more silvers on.
We're gonna have to get some silver since I busted off one on the downrigger,
Okay.
lifting it up over there.
That last one came on a silver tail dancer. So I'm going to stick another one on this line, Ronald. I think he was about 20 feet back and about 9 feet down. So I'm going to try to do the same thing here on this side. How fast were you going there, Ronald?
I was going about a 3.3, 3.4.
Okay, just keep it up. That seems to be what they like.
The fish's attitude often dictates the appropriate speed, whether it be fast, slow, or erratic. In Great Lakes trolling situations, you generally run multiple lines, and it's important that all the baits are speed compatible.
We've been playing around with different plugs, and we're finding that the action makes a huge difference. I mean, if you've got a plug with a tight wiggle, one with a loose wiggle, and it can make a difference. Now, the shallow shad wrap that we're talking about here, that we're using these on the surface lines, it's got a pretty tight wiggle. This has got a little looser wobble. We're running these on the down lines, and I don't know why that seems to work, but whatever, we'll let the fish tell us. This particular bait right here has got a real erratic action when you pull it fast. We found out that it'll wiggle and then it'll go off to the side and it'll come back like that. And that seems to be an action that the salmon really like. These trout and salmon are the most color selective fish you're ever going to find. And you don't know what they're going to hit from one day to the next. One day it might be green, next day it might be blue. So the best policy is to start out with a selection of colors and see what the fish want to hit. If they're going to hit the green, if I got 4 baits out, different colors, they hit the green, I'll put on another green. If I get another hit on one of the greens, I'll put on a third green. And pretty soon I'll have all greens on. But now tomorrow, it might be all blue. So you got to let the fish decide what they want to hit. Big fish jumped right over there. Fish all over. Look at there. There's another one right there. They're all over in here. This fish is just everywhere in here. It's crazy. It's like a war zone in here. Right there. There he is. All right.
All right. I got a double. I got one.
Double? Okay. Yeah.
The most important aspect of any Great Lakes fishing situation is simply replication of how you caught the last fish. For example, the first king salmon was caught on a number 7 silver tail dancer 20 feet behind the downrigger, which was set 9 feet down. The boat was traveling at 3.4 miles an hour. What's fascinating with these fish is how these subtleties of lure shape, speed, action, color, or combination of all of these elements can ultimately determine your success on any given day on the water. The key is to experiment and literally let the fish tell you what they want.
How are we going to do this?
I'm going to put her in neutral.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to get this guy right here. Ah, there.
Oh,
Oh, jeez. There, I got him. Oh, that's a coho.
I think I got a king, a small king.
Whoa.
Whoa. That's real combat. Are we ready with that net, Mr. Sternberg?
Yes.
Ah.
Okay. All right. Okay, now I'm ready. That's a big king.
Yes, it is.
Right over here.
Man, that's work, Mr. Sternberg.
Oh, good job.
Double header. This really proves those Rapala's work for salmonids. A coho and a king.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And they work for rainbows, browns, and Lakers too.